Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shay. Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing amazing. Your girl is doing good. She hanging in there. Look, y'all. So, we're going to be talking about something that I hope it's not a trigger for you. Let me preface the video by saying this. If you are in therapy and you're working through some things and you've experienced a lot of traumatic events in your life, um, and you feel like talking about those things to stir up stuff in you, don't watch this video. Okay. So this is a trigger warning. It may trigger you to, think, because I'm going to reflect on, I want you to reflect on some things that have scarred you. So if you feel like you don't want to do that and you don't really want to get too deep, click off of me right now. As a clinical social worker in the state of Maryland, I'm licensed. I have to make sure that I tell you that, okay, before we start talking about this. But y'all, hey, but the good news is, if you want to talk about it later, if you want to, whatever, you can save me for another day. But if you're ready to get into this thing here about these scars, baby, about these scars, because I've recently, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. You can't see it. The light is kind of weird in here today. Anyway, look. Which is good because the sun is out. But listen, y'all, I recently burned myself on when I was cooking. And you know how you be doing too much cooking. I said, look, I'm getting all this done. I had about 3 full pots on the stove at the same time, rolling. Had stuff in the oven and burned myself. And when I burned myself, I had to go straight in with the butter. Put the butter on there. Put the butter on there, right? Because I was too busy to go get the cocoa butter. So I had to put the real butter on there. And then I just kept tending to it. So now it was kind of dark, and it kind of left it left a scar, and we are working on getting the scar off with cocoa butter, and it's changed over the weeks. And that's what I want to talk about today. So put me on pause, go get your favorite snack, go get your notebook, get in your comfy spot, because I'm going to take my time. We're going to go through this, and we're going to heal today. Okay? We're going to work on healing today, even if we got a scar. We don't care. Okay, so you know what scar is? A scar comes from being bruised or beat up, something. And a lot of times we have emotional scars that people can't see, but you know how they show it? And your behavior and your choices and what you put up with, what you don't put up with. You know, the places you go, the people you talk to, the things you do, the things you don't do. That's how it comes up. Okay. So we're going to dive in today. Okay. Also, I'm going to talk about another scar that people don't talk. Acne scars. Can I talk about acne scars real quick before we get into it? You know how your girl be kind of all over the place, but she be right there on point where she need to be. Listen, do you know that if you suffer from acne, you can, I mean, honestly, you can have people that suffer from acne when they were a teen, and when they are adult, their skin is like a baby's bottom. And it's like that because your skin renews every 28 days. Your skin renews every 28 days. So with the proper skincare and the proper treatment, it can heal, and those scars are healing and everything like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's a beauty tip, but that's also metaphorical for what we're talking about today. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Questions I want you to ask yourself. You know, I'll be on assignment with my notebook. Okay. What has scarred you? Traumas, incidents, accidents, disappointments, loss of hope. What has scarred you? What has changed your makeup? What has made you move and feel and look different? Those are the things I want you to think about today. I want you to write them down. And don't forget loss of hope. Loss of hope is very important because people don't understand constantly being disappointed. And I've talked about this before. If you've been following me for a long time, then you know I dive into this. But there's a scripture in the Bible, Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. And then it goes on to say, but when things happen, it gives you the tree of life. So it gives you life when you hope for something and it actually happens, right? I'm going to list the scripture down below, but I want you to think about those things. Loss of hope is a thing. You know, when you don't think, I've been watching a lot of the comments and stuff on my page and on my channel and, everything, and people, really seem to resonate with the situationship videos that I've done. And that's like hoping for something to happen and then it not. So it really can cause your heart to be sick, for you to be disappointed. You know what I mean? So don't underestimate those things, because some of us haven't experienced big traumas like abuse and things like that. And some of us have, but it's also those little things, disappointments and things like that. They really add up. Nickels, turn into dollars, like quarters turn into dollars, nickels, dimes, you know what I mean? Pennies turn into dollars. So small things matter. Okay. Second thing I want you to ask yourself. I only have 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. Second question: how did you feel upon initial injury? How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel less than? Did it make you feel not good enough? Did it make you feel worthless? Did it make you feel stupid? Did it make you feel angry? Did it make you feel hurt? How did it make you feel? And I want you to write that down too. Writing is healing, y'all. That's why I always say that. Writing is healing. You can get that phone all you want, but when you put that pen to paper, baby, something happens. All right, number 3. Could you have done anything differently? Could you have done anything differently? I want you to think about that. Okay. All right. Now, with all those things, with you asking yourself those questions, I want us to go into, how do you heal these scars? Some scars ain't going to heal because the trauma was too deep. This scar is probably going to heal, that I have, because it wasn't like a 3rd degree burn. You know what I mean? But what if it was a 3rd degree burn? It's going to heal, but you're going to see it. Some scars, it changes you. It changes you. And that's a part of what makes us unique. Okay. That's a part of making you unique. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. I have 8 things on how you heal scars. 8 things. Let's go. Number 1, forgiveness. Forgive who and what. Who and what do you need to forgive, including yourself? We are included in that. We don't always make the best choice. That's why people be killing me, trying to be in comments and saying stuff. Oh, I wouldn't have done that. Or I wouldn't. Well, do you really know? It's easy to say, I'm going to use this example. It's easy to say that you wouldn't have sex with somebody really quick if ain't nobody checking for you. It's easy to say you'll wait to marriage when you ain't got in no relationship. That's just an example. Okay. No judgment either way. But I'm just saying, it's certain things that you didn't know that you would do, but you sometimes got to forgive yourself. It's over, baby. Forgive it. Number 2, recognize that it hurts you. Recognize that it hurts you. There's nothing you can do about it. It's hurt you. Okay? Your mindset was where it was. You happen to be where you were. You know, people happen to have access to you at that moment. You can't change that. It has happened. They did what they did, and you did what you did. It's okay. It's okay, because it's healing that can come from that, because it molds you. It makes you to the person that God intended you to be. Number 3, physically and intentionally bring healing. That's like that cocoa butter that I'm doing, or acne treatment like retinol, to that area of your life that needs healing. Bring healing to it. Don't hide it. If I did not take the Band-Aid off of this scar, first of all, I never had a Band-Aid on it because I just wanted to go through this process, right? Because it wasn't that bad. But some wounds require a Band-Aid. You will continue to not get rid of it. You won't start really healing until it comes off. It needs some air. Give those situations that you've been hiding dormant, that you've been keeping together, bring it some air. Okay? Bring it air. Let it get some air. Let life get to it. So then you can take that cocoa butter. Because at night, even when I wash my hands, like if I use the bathroom in the middle of the night and I wash my hands, and I come back, I put lotion on every time I wash my hands. But then I come back and I do that cocoa butter. And I do that cocoa butter because I wanted to heal. I wanted to heal. Shout out to my nails. Y'all, this is giving me sidebar. This is giving me Louise Jefferson. Okay, this is giving me Louise Jefferson. Just rings, just deep burgundy, just Louise was so classy and just looked so rich. Loved her. All right, number 4. This is important, and I want you to listen up. Don't re-injure yourself. Don't re-injure yourself. You may have been jacked up. Don't re-injure yourself. Don't go back to those situations. Don't learn from it. Don't go back and keep doing that stuff. You know what he talking about. He ain't said nothing different. Miss you, babe. Love you. Okay. I use an example because it's safe. It's safe. But it's other things that could have been more catastrophic, but you learn from it. You like, I ain't doing that no more. Okay? You ain't doing that no more. Don't re-injure yourself, baby. You healing. Give yourself time to heal. And that means being alone. Be alone. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Okay. Number 5. Isolate for clarity. Sometimes you can't be having everybody in your ear. And sometimes people do not give good advice. They just do not. And sometimes when you tell people what you're going through, they do not give good advice and they do not make you feel better. Sometimes they end up making you feel worse. And you like, why I tell them that? Why I tell them my business? Hey, y'all been there? Oh, I've been there plenty of times. Even as a clinician, I've been there. Okay. So remember that. Remember that. All right. Isolate yourself for clarity. So you need to be clear about what you need to work on. Those places that need light, that need air. Number 6, laugh. Laugh. Put on something that's funny. Because I'm going to tell you, when you go through a lot of things in life, I laugh every day. But I'm the type of person that tells a joke. I can tell a joke every day. I can make something funny. And that has been a healing agent for me. Okay? That has been a healing agent for me. So remember to do that. I remember I was talking to one of my stylists, my hairstylist, Julie Felder. Shout out to Julie. That's the GOAT right there. She's greatest of all time. Flies, dopest deacon you ever seen in your life. Okay. Julie was telling me her auntie passed away. Rest in peace to her auntie. And, as a family, they had like this funny, they were at the viewing, but the family was like, does anybody have some tissue? Something like that, she said. And it's a funny way in which they said it, like the manner in which they said it, which is like something that her aunt would do. And they all started laughing. They were in the middle of grieving, but they found a way to laugh. You have to find ways to laugh. You have to find ways to laugh. Shout out to Julie and her family for healing. Do affirmations. Mantras, declarations, those type of things. I always tell you at the end of my videos, nobody is better than you and you deserve the best out of life. I say that all the time because it's a mantra. I want you to get it. The more you hear that, the more you'll believe it. Whether you feel like you're worthy or not, baby, I'm telling you, you are. Okay? You are. You are. It ain't nobody better than you. Other people don't deserve better stuff than you. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. Do your mantras. And the song that comes to my mind, y'all know I love music, and soul music is my favorite, but I listen to a lot of different types, but soul is my favorite. And when I think about Jill Scott, she has a song says, When I Wake Up. And actually, I did not know this. God just confirmed this for me to come on and tell y'all this story about scars, because he had been dropping it into my spirit. And When I Wake Up by Jill Scott came on. I love that song. Y'all don't know me. I love a B-side. That's me. I'm a B-side girl. I like songs that ain't nobody heard, but it's on the album. Okay. And When I Wake Up by Jill Scott, she actually said, I was listening to YouTube Music, and she was saying that when she did this song, it was in a jam session. It was kind of like out the blue. And she said that it was an affirmation. It was something that hadn't occurred yet in her life, but she said it as an affirmation, as an affirming words. And this is what it says. And I'm going to list it, put the link for the song down below so you can listen to it. But she starts, it says, too much on my mind, too much on my mind. It's like, when I wake up, everything I went through will be beautiful. When I wake up, I can't think of the words, so I was singing, everything I went through will be beautiful. Yes. When I wake up, and I will wake up. Check that out, y'all. Beautiful song. Number 7, reassign the narrative a new ending. That's from your girl. Reassign the narrative. We start to get into this narrative of what happens with life, right? Oh, this is how this happens. This is how this happens. Reassign it. Just because you met so many people and they have mistreated you, that don't have to continue to happen. Reassign a new narrative to your ending. Okay. Number 8, last but not least, don't let them ruin you. Take responsibility for your healing. Let it go. Give it up. Turn it loose. In Vogue just came to my head. Give it up. Turn it loose. They were beautiful. What happened to the classy girls that used to be out? God, I miss them so much. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all I had to say. 1 through 8. I hope you got them. If you need to rewatch this, rewatch this. If you need to share this, because we all have scars in some way, whether they are this big or whether they are this big. We've all been through some things. If you breathing air on this earth, trust me, baby, you done seen some days. Trust me. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. I love you dearly. Thank you to all who have clicked on this video. Thank you for making it this far. Thank you for caring about your healing and caring about yourself. You should. You should. All right, y'all. That brings me into my spiel. Oh, wait. Follow me on the gram. And I'll be talking about scars and whatever else I feel like is good to my soul all week. Okay. All right, y'all. Brings me to my spiel. I hope this message has inspired you. I hope this message finds you blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in